Hi everyone, welcome back.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Pitch Please. Once more, it's me and Tom.
Well, what do you mean once more? This might be someone's first episode.
It might be. If that is the case.
You've missed one.
Hello,
You've missed a
welcome.
few.
You've missed a few. But the good thing is about this, you can listen to it in any order. Isn't that right, Tom?
Order, yes. And we won't talk about our previous ideas, which were all hits.
Yeah.
They were all gems. Go
Yes.
back and listen to those. Anyway.
So the idea of this podcast is Tom and I play quite a lot of games.
Yep.
Quite a lot.
A lot. Tons. Too many.
We have ideas. Tom has a lot of ideas
Too
for
many.
games. And often we try and pitch them, or usually it's Tom, pitches them to developers.
Yeah.
Who we also have all working together in a big happy building.
In a big happy build. The building
And-
itself is happy.
And then the podcast is us trying to figure out if we can
Make the game and how
whether
much it
it's
will
any
be
good.
worth, and then just tearing the idea to shreds and eventually just introducing some kind of celebrity in there.
Yeah. So
to be a mascot for the game.
Yeah, that seems to
Yeah.
happen.
I think so.
It always keeps happening.
So this week with us,
Oh, hi. I'm Will.
Hi, Will.
I am a person.
we have Will, a person.
We have an actual human being joining us today. Wow.
Yeah.
What an honor.
And that's it.
That's his it. Okay,
That's my
next.
intro.
Next, please.
No, you can't. Come on, Will. All right. Hi, I'm James. I'm one of the two developers working on Drink More Glurp. I do the arty, graphic-y, coming up with ideas and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Drink
was much
more
better.
glurp. You said that like
Drink
a
more
robot.
It's because I always flub
Advertise.
it up. So I'm like, I want to
Okay.
be super clear.
Super clear.
Drink more Glurp.
Drink
And I
some
am
glurp.
Brunch Club developer and 2015 Miss World finalist Chris Yules.
Hang on.
Like every week.
I'm starting
there's
to
a new-
get
there's
a
new one.
theme of this. Either he had a very exciting life, or
I've lived
So
many lives.
what he means is Chris
he's a
Yules,
liar.
Liar. Yeah.
I think the Brunch Club bit is true.
I don't know.
So
But yeah, okay.
after the introductions, when we've described what the podcast is, we're immediately now going to break that format because this week you're not pitching a game, right?
No, I'm not pitching a game. Last time round, in the last minute of the episode,
As we were wrapping up.
as we were doing the outro, I think everyone said bye, and then Will said
I had a great idea.
that you have a great
and
idea,
I
and
wanted
I'd love to
pitch
hear it.
I thought maybe we'd have enough time at the last one, but apparently not. Apparently it's going to take a whole hour.
I also love the fact
very
that we
simple
say
game.
that these are modular episodes and we never reference previous ones. And in the first few minutes, referenced two previous episodes.
That's fine. It's fine. All right. So your idea. So you don't think it's worth an hour?
I'm not very good at describing things, and also I'm not going to do a weird sort of pitch hole thing that you did. Remember?
Well, do you want me to do that for
giving
you?
us
Will's
like an
pitch hole's very
introduction.
coarse and dry.
Yeah. If you want, I can.
you could,
Baron.
if you set the scene.
I can
for my
take
pitch
over
hole.
the creative control of your idea.
Yeah.
I'll be the creative half. You be the logic half.
Right, Tom, set us the scene.
So deep in a dark forest. It's the middle of the night. It's just been raining, and you can tell because you're wet. And but you're pretty sure it's going to start raining again soon.
Damp or wet?
Damp,
Okay.
very damp,
Moist,
very moist,
even.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're looking for a place to hide, and you see it in the distance. There's a little glimmering light there. You think maybe a campfire. As you crest the hill, you see this is like D&D now. You crest the hill, you see in a small cove, very small cove.
Attack.
Can I detect
sorry.
magic?
No. There's Will sat around a campfire, and he's got a long beard and a massive gnarled staff, and
And a big
he's
lasagna.
beckoning you closer.
Big
Come,
lasagna, yeah.
come to my cave. Is that you?
Sure. Okay.
Okay. And he will share with you his knowledge of the world, and maybe at the end of this session, we'll all get XP.
And then
Will.
his pitches.
Oh, man, I thought that was the game.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
whatever. Okay.
Is that the game?
Right, pitch it.
We can make that the game. Okay. The game is.
I spent a long time doing this description so that you could think about this.
Yeah, sorry, I was distracted by the description.
Oh, okay.
Right, I'll start with the title, shall I?
No, we come up
No,
with
the
a title.
title is.
What?
You've done this before.
All right. What if we take this
That's
in
the last
stages?
thing. He's doing it backwards.
What if? Okay, because you're a game developer, right? If you have an idea, you have the potential to make the game, right? Whoops.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
Mark.
what if we do this in stages, right? You say the name of the game, we try
Okay.
and guess what it is.
Okay.
Then you say the next part, and we continue to guess what it is.
Okay, sure.
So what's the name?
The name is Feral Child Simulator 2016.
Okay, right.
All right.
So he's either throwing us a curveball,
yeah.
or it's very much exactly what it says on the tin.
I feel like it's exactly what we think it is.
Yeah.
I'm immediately imagining that game. What's that game that's like you start off
Forest.
as it's like it's no you start like it's top down 2D. You start off as like a tiny baby and you have to
What the hell?
it's like one life, one.
Oh, and you can you find your mum and you can have a kid
Yeah,
and another
that's it.
player
Yeah.
who's in a queue for
Isn't
the
it
world.
like
jump.
60-second life or
Yeah,
1 life,
that's
1
it.
minute or something
Yeah,
like that?
1 life, 1 minute, 60-minute life or something.
Yeah, 60 minutes, some shit.
And
60-minute
it's like
makeover.
It's a lot of numbers. There's minutes involved.
It's very
and
Don't
definitely life.
Starvey.
But I'm imagining that,
Yeah.
but in the the game The Forest.
No, I don't. Please describe that to
Have you
me.
ever played the game The Forest? The survival game, so you crash in a plane,
Yeah.
there's cannibals, you have to survive. It's
Okay.
like every other survival
But this
game.
time you're
with
playing
water,
as a
food.
child.
This time, you like befriend wolves,
Right. Okay.
growl at them,
See, what I was imagining.
don't contract rabies.
What I was imagining was you are playing as a very small child in like a very pristine house, and you've got like your family around, but you also have the potential to just pick stuff up and just fucking hurl it
Crayons.
and like tear shit up. So maybe not feral, maybe just I was
Tom
just
is the
imagining.
closest there.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
James.
You're a feral. Oh,
we
sorry,
got to
James.
hear what James thinks.
I
of
forgot
this.
James
We've
to say
all
that.
said.
I
I'm
thought
not
he
sure I
left.
have any thoughts at this point. Is
Okay.
that weird? I'm just like,
I don't
I'm
think Will
blanking on this
started with
whole
one either.
conversation.
It's like what the words.
What is happening?
The
I'm
words
still-
that he
I'm
just
still on
said
your
was like
intro.
a Men in Black.
I'm still imagining Will with a gnarled staff going, come over here,
Well, I mean,
feral child.
yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, maybe maybe it was connected. Okay, so that's the title.
So you're a feral child.
Mhm.
You've been in the woods
Uh-huh.
all your life.
Uh
Okay.
A nice family comes along, picks you up out of the woods.
huh.
This is not how that process works.
What?
In life? No.
This is how birth
This
works.
is how it works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you've got to try to live as a feral child in the real world,
So are you
not in
trying?
the forest.
Okay, but are you trying to like
You're trying to not
disguise?
murder people.
Okay.
Well,
And-
what's your incentive to murder people?
Well, that's the
You're
thing,
feral.
Alex.
That's not what happened.
You've got like a feral meter.
A
You have a
ferometer.
ferometer.
For
Feralometer.
alligator.
Okay. All right.
Feralometer.
Oh wait, are we getting too far ahead of ourselves? Because he hasn't actually described the whole game. Or was that? Have you?
No, I think
described
he's
the-
pretty much.
Are you
I
done?
think he's done.
tapped out on that.
He's actually
That
walked
can't
out of
be
the room.
It's got to.
So what do you think, guys? Yeah, should we just make this or what?
Okay.
Do you like it, James?
I mean, it's got to be more info, right?
3D,
There's gotta be more to
2D.
this.
That's
What in your eyes is it like some sort of
Um,
feral roguelike
No.
procedure generated house?
No. None of that shit. It's going to be it's going to be the classic like shitty simulator graphics
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
that they
Okay.
have like the German developers
Yeah.
keep doing.
Right. Okay.
Oh, so it's 3D then, first person.
3D.
Wow,
mm,
okay.
Not
I wasn't
third- probably third person.
I was
So is it
expecting
like-
top-down 2D.
So is this Octodad?
But I
you're-
haven't played Octodad,
So
so
Octo-
maybe.
I mean, that's more a comedy game, right?
How does that work?
But Octodad, you play as an octopus in a suit, and
Okay.
you have to do human things while trying to not give away that you are an actual octopus.
Okay.
So in your eyes, you have to give away that you're not feral still.
Exactly.
Like, no, I don't have rabies.
Or like when your parents send you to school, right? You have to be a normal child. Like first day of school is very important. You don't want to, start clawing out people's eyes
Exactly.
or start
That's
biting
one of the
people's
levels.
arms.
Tom,
First
because
day
you
of
have to
school.
assert dominance.
Well, that's maybe there's like a dominance meter, but then there's also like
A denominator.
James,
and a-
you,
and a
got,
ferometer.
you look like you just had a thought, like a thought bubble appeared above
No,
your head.
no.
He doesn't look like he had a thought bubble. It looks like
An
every
idea-
thought bubble he ever had has burst.
This is popping.
I think he just had an aneurysm.
I have one question. How old is this child, for starters?
How
Are
old
we-
are feral children normally?
Well, is this like crawling age, walking age?
It's like
Small sample
it's like-
size. Isn't it?
It's like early school age,
early school age.
so they can
So
walk.
what? 7?
They can pick up.
Well, they can't
knives and
speak
stuff.
though.
They
Well, they haven't
can,
learned.
They can howl.
Well,
Well,
other,
they can. They
other
can.
kids that age can speak. Maybe this one can't. Maybe it can howl.
Well, normally if they're feral because they're raised in the woods or left
By
in the
wolves,
woods,
yeah.
they can't
Yeah.
speak because they don't pick up the
Well,
communication skills.
okay, no, Can't speak. It
Just
can howl.
howl and shit on the floor.
So you can't speak, but also you probably can't understand people as well, right?
Yeah,
don't know
that's
what they're
right. It's
saying.
going to be gibberish like Sims language.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Fleaver her.
But
Yeah.
could
Like
it
a
be that
dark
you
spore
begin to
Domino.
understand people a bit more as you level up or progress somehow?
No.
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 Okay.
There's no progression.
No
You just
progression.
go from level to level, trying not to murder people.
So,
Okay.
but what I don't understand.
It's like a reverse Hotline Miami.
What's the incentive?
Yeah.
Can you not just win the game by just not inputting anything, not pressing the controls at all?
Just hands up.
No, because you're going to have objectives.
Okay.
So,
Murder people.
let's-
Shit under the bed and get away with it.
for example, maybe
Yeah.
there's a level where you're at school. You got to go to art class. You got to paint a picture.
Okay.
You got to try not to murder anyone.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like all the objectives are going back to don't murder someone.
So the way the murdering works, I imagine. Actually, how do you imagine the murdering works?
I had a thought.
Yeah.
Is it
James.
like it's like the character's getting slowly dragged? Like, okay, we've got paintbrush in hand.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
teacher walks past.
you say
it
paintbrush.
suddenly goes like it's about to stab the teacher.
Right.
It's
With
like,
a
okay, no,
paintbrush.
you've got to take over. You got to like
Oh, so you have to stop
crazy,
the character
crazy
from...
physics. If it's Octodad style, is it like kind of try and get hold of it and miss?
Well, it's either that there's awful physics trying to control this child, but I feel like he has motor control. He's a child, but like, except he's crawling around. However,
He's feral. He's got to. He probably doesn't know how to stand properly, right?
no, he probably crawls around.
Yeah.
He's
But
on
like,
all fours all times.
but I like the idea that the character just suddenly starts to just drift if you just leave
Yeah.
him alone. And maybe it's like The Sims where he has his own free will, but you're trying to combat that
Yeah.
constantly.
This is what I'm thinking. So there's like an AI component to your character you have to
Okay.
battle with.
And
If,
sometimes
okay.
the urge is stronger.
So you're like, he really needs to shit, and you're like, I need to get him to the toilet quick because he will just shit on the floor.
It's gonna happen.
yeah, you can see
It's
him
like,
start to
oh,
squat. And
There's,
you're
like-
there's a plant pot in the corner. Quick, go
Yeah.
over there. No one will notice.
We're in paint class. Move him towards the paint before he literally grabs feces and starts rubbing it on a canvas.
Oh, goodness.
So
Like
it's just
who
literally like he
involved?
will, if you don't stop him, he will murder someone.
Yeah.
If you don't stop him, he will just shit on the floor
Yeah,
or attack people.
that's right.
And how do you stop him? Is it a physics game at that point? Is that what we're talking about?
I don't know, Alex. How do you imagine you stop him?
I feel like it
Or
would
her.
be a bit more interesting if there was a bit more to it. Like there could be a physics element.
What
Like
the
if he's trying to
fuck?
murder someone, maybe it's a physics thing. Maybe you'll battle the controls against him. But then also maybe some other, I don't know, like I feel like there needs to be a bit more in there somehow than
Or
just
is it a stealth game? Do you actually get points for killing them as long as nobody notices? So you've got to like
No.
drag
Feral
your teacher
Solid.
into the cupboard, and everyone's like, "Where's the teacher gone?" And you just come out like dusting your hands
Yeah,
off. like,
is
"Nothing
this
to
a
see?"
game of by the end of it the child is no longer feral, or you are constantly trying to appease his feral nature by I don't know gnawing on another kid's arm, or
Maybe that's two ways to play. You can either avoid
it's
people,
a multi-path game now.
yeah,
Oh my god!
or
Here
you
we
can
go.
kill
We're
them and
cooking on
hide them.
gas now.
What if this is a like a Telltale game, and you got multiple choices, and it's just a story-based game, and as you're going through, just this kid. It's just you've got two choices.
I don't know.
A kid puts
All
his
right,
arm
yeah.
out.
Give us a scenario then.
Well, yeah, you've got your own painting class. We're back there for some reason, and a kid reaches over to go grab a brush for you. The arm is there. Bite it or grab the
Bite it.
brush.
But you've got like 0 seconds to decide.
Yeah,
the-
you
the
say A or
bar's
B,
moving.
and it's like A is
I mean,
bite the arm,
I
B
feel like-
is ignore the arm,
I feel like a
and they
Telltale
keep swapping
game.
the answers around. So you'd be like,
But-
"Oh, I'm not going to bite the arm," but you accidentally hit bite arm, and then
A Telltale game with
Bites the
0
bloody
seconds
arm.
to respond
bites the
is a
arm.
movie, right?
I think he meant 1 second when he said 0 seconds.
I meant 1 second. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Easy
Got
mistake
confused.
to make.
Yeah.
We're shooting
I'm
in
going
10
with a
seconds.
0 index.
I was going to say that.
It's a developer joke.
God.
Developer joke.
Oh,
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Jesus.
Can I tell you the story of
That's terrible.
John Sibanya?
This is a feral child story.
I just googled feral children.
That's what you've been doing. You've been looking at your phone for the last
Well,
5 minutes.
I thought you were bored.
No,
I thought you were bored of it.
No, I've been looking up stories of feral children.
Yeah.
In 1991, that's
Okay,
pretty
this
recent.
is good. This is research.
Children can be feral any time.
No, I just
Tell us the story of what was his name?
John
Ralph Macchio.
What?
What was it? Sorry.
What did you hear?
I don't know, Ralph Macchio. You know, the guy from the
okay,
kids
he's called Ralph Macchio.
Karate Kid? Was it that one?
Ralph Macchio.
No, that's the protagonist of our game.
Right, okay, no, this is John Sibunya. This is a true story. One day in 1991, a Ugandan villager called Millie Seba went further than usual in a search of firewood and came upon a little boy with a pack of monkeys. She summoned help and the boy was cornered up a tree. He was brought back to Millie's village. His knees were almost white from walking on them. His nails were very long and curled around, and he wasn't house trained. A villager identified the boy as John Sibunya, last seen in 1988 when his father murdered his mother and disappeared. Oh my God.
It's gone dark.
It's gone pretty dark. Well, no, the end of the story is amazing. For the next 3 years or so, he lived wild. He vaguely remembers monkeys coming up to him after a few days and offering him roots and nuts, sweet potatoes, and cassava.
The monkeys offered him this.
This to me is a story about how nice animals are.
Yeah,
No,
monkeys.
but that's
compared
great.
to
That could be
humans.
another thing, another feature in the game is that like animals from the wild will come into town and try and visit you.
Or try and take you back.
Yeah. So maybe you have to try and stop the monkeys
Well,
invading the
hang
art
on, this
class.
isn't the end of...
Guys, you're embarrassing me. Stop.
Yeah.
No way.
This isn't
There's a
the
bear
end
at
of
the window. No, there
John
isn't.
Sibunya's story. He is now about 21 years old, now at the time of writing this article, and in October 1999, he went to Britain to become part of a 20-strong Pearl of Africa children's choir.
I thought you were going to say to become a member of a developer who now
I thought
works
you were
for
going to say member of
Yogscast
Parliament.
Games. He's here right now.
And his name's Will. And really, this game is just a biography. A cry for help.
That's me. I'm John
Sibunya.
Ralph Macchio.
But I just
Ralph
love the idea
Macchio.
that this kid lived in the wilds for like 5 years and then joined a choir.
See, I prefer that part. I think you should live both sides.
Right, okay.
So, you start with the forest style survival,
Yeah.
befriend animals, and then you don't know when you're going to be taken, found. It's what I meant to say there.
Yeah.
And then you then have to live the second part, which is it has like mirrors, but obviously different. So food becomes
Oh, so
a
living in
different
the
kind of
wild.
hunt.
Living in the wild is tutorial missions, and then
That's the Jungle Book portion
Or is it a
of
bit
the
like
game.
Spore, where you start off in a
Yeah,
stage of
exactly.
like
it's going to be
Exactly.
almost
There's a level of
identical to Spore.
It's going to be like Rust,
Right.
if Rust was primarily children
and also
and they
the
were
world,
closed.
and also the world was a city and people lived in it.
No,
that
I mean the
didn't try to
first
kill
part. The first part, right?
You. Okay.
And then the second part is more like what's a good like a city? I don't know, like GTA.
Octodad.
I mean,
I feel like
yeah,
that
I
was-
feel like
that was a good-
Octodad is pretty much there.
In Octodad, you have to like make an art without. How do you?
There's-
You have to make an art.
There's loads. Yeah, I think like the first level of Octodad, you have to like
It's the
turn off
wedding.
the alarm.
How do you lose in Octodad?
If
You don't murder people, do you?
if
No.
you smash too much shit up,
If you act
Oh, right.
or
suspicious.
if you start moving around really weirdly, or
Oh.
or if you take too long to do
So
something,
you've got like a suspicion meter.
yeah, people
Right.
become
Suspicion on the-
suspicious.
In this, you got like an urge to murder meter.
O-meter.
So
Well-
could that be conflicting with constantly with the suspicion meter and the feral meter?
Actually, you
Before
know what? I
we're
think it
giving
could
into
be a
your
physics
fer-
game
Yeah.
because if they're walking around on all fours, they have to walk around on two legs, right? But they don't know how. So you have to
Oh.
try to get them to walk on two legs, and it's like a wolf when they walk on two legs, and they're very stilted and awkward.
Yeah. Maybe.
But obviously, you can just quickly get around by just
Rolling.
I mean,
rolling.
we have
Like feral
we have
children
got
do.
we have got one of the guys who knows about crazy leg movements. James.
Crazy leg movements in.
So
Glurp,
how would
yeah.
you do the legs in this game?
Well, I wouldn't do them like
Would you
our
windmill?
game,
No,
because the legs are kind of redundant.
Right.
You've just got big
Oh,
arms.
they're arms, aren't they?
So
Yeah.
they've got legs, but they're sort of
Useless,
evolved
I
out
guess,
of using them
yeah.
over years and years.
So
Okay,
I think
so I guess Quap is a good example as well of like how to really badly
But
do
do you use
walking.
arms? Because in this you're using 4 limbs, whereas in those you're just using 2, right? Like in Drink More Glurp, you've just got the
I think
got the 2 arms.
No, I don't think
In
you need
Quap,
all
you've
4
got the 2
limbs in
legs.
this one, though, do you? I think.
Oh,
Yeah, but,
I've got
if you're
it.
crawling around, you need to operate 4
No, I'm
different-
saying no. That he walks
You're-
around on
you're
2 legs to
struggling to
avoid
walk
suspicion.
around.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Um,
Okay.
Feels
But
good.
ultimately, I don't think you need to worry about controlling the arms because what says feral to you? Crawling around on 4 legs and biting things. So we're trying to stop them from crawling around on 4 legs by walking around on 2,
Okay.
and the second control is his mouth. We need to stop him from
No,
biting.
see, I think there should be there's like a bipedal stamina meter. So for appearances, you're like, "Ugh," and then you're like, I can only do this for so long, and then
Right,
you're like, back.
okay.
yeah.
And then like I think that adds another layer to it.
What if
Tank,
it's
tank controls? That's what I'm thinking at the moment.
tank
You can-
control.
you
Yeah,
can
you're
just-
basically
Right.
a bipedal tank,
Yeah.
and you just kind of accelerate, reverse.
No, I think it's just
and then you've
rhythm.
got-
It's rhythm.
Right, left, right, left, right, left,
On
right,
the
left,
triggers,
right,
yeah.
left, like that.
Yeah,
and then
but
you
then
just,
if you want to bite and things as well,
but then you can use RB and LB for the arms when you're on all fours. So you have to sort of.
It's getting very confusing.
God.
I think.
Could it be?
What's the biting
could this
for?
be? Could this be a stealth game?
Do you know what's the biting for? You're feral. You
Yeah,
just
but
bite shit.
But you want to
You introduced the biting, Will.
Well,
You're the-
why do you have a bite button when you want
How
to
do you
not bite
paint
anything?
if your hands are on the floor?
That's how you carry stuff.
Well, what about no hands involved?
You-
Do feral children not use their hands?
I don't know. They use
I
them
don't
as
know.
feet,
We
though,
haven't
don't
researched
they?
this
Depends who they're
Do-
brought up
do
by.
wolves
Monkeys,
use their
they use their
hands?
hand. Wolves, all mouth.
Okay, now I've got a bet. I almost said a better idea. I've got an idea. What if you are a feral child?
Okay.
You've been taken away from the wilds, and you're now deep in the city. But you're trying to get back to the wilds, to your
Oh,
feral family.
nice.
So what
Right.
if it's a stealth game where you're trying to walk around, look normal, acting as a child that isn't escaping from their family, but also isn't feral?
Is it a multiplayer game?
Okay.
Is it multiplayer?
Yeah. Do you have one person that's the parent trying to?
Oh my
stop-
god! And they have to try and identify which kid is their
Okay,
feral
that's
child.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jesus.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
that's
that's pretty good.
perfect. That kid's running around a forest.
Yeah, it's like hidden in plain sight meets.
Oh, I love that so much.
Have you played Who's Your Daddy? Have you seen
Yeah.
that? That's the baby killing one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we
Whoa.
talked about that.
So it's not
So it's like
cooperative,
those
though,
two.
it's-
No, it's verses.
So what happens? So what happens if they escape? Do you have to like drive to the woods and try and stop
You have
them?
to sign a bunch of really complicated
net.
papers for,
Right.
the adoption
You've got
agency to be
that
like, I
paperwork.
lost another one, sorry. Can you send me a replacement? And then you get another feral child that you have
What
to
is it?
then-
A feral child adoption?
Yeah,
Only
why
one
not?
feral
Yeah.
Adoption
children.
agency.
Let's give it some
a
backstory.
rehabilitation centre.
Yeah, you've got
Mhm.
like a couple of, I don't know,
I
parents.
actually
The FAA.
love this idea. Yeah.
So
Let's
you-
make
so
it
is it
still
kids.
survival-ish?
No, I think it's more like hidden in plain sight. So that is a game where on the screen there's like 30 AI. One of them is you, and then someone else is playing like a sniper, and they have to identify which of the million people on screen is the player.
You're a
and kill
party,
them.
right? Is it that one?
There's also Spy Party.
Spy Party.
which
right.
is-
That was the one that
um,
took like 10 years to come out, right?
Yeah,
It was in development for
and that one
ages.
is the same thing where there's a lot of AI, and you're trying to do your mission.
You imitate
while-
the same movements as them.
Yeah. So I feel like with this, maybe the parent has two roles: find their kid and also sign some adoption papers. Once they sign the adoption papers, then they then legally own the child,
Yep.
so that other people are then forced to help them get the child back. It makes it harder for the kid, right? The kid, however, has to in like a mall or something where there's tons and tons of kids, has to disguise himself as another kid, but he also has the option to sprint on four legs. And
Yeah.
he sometimes has to carry stuff in his mouth, and you're like looking around like, that guy's got a key card in his mouth.
Okay. Yeah, I love it.
um,
So the kid has to get out of the city or whatever it is.
Yeah, and he has
the
to-
parent
So
has to
the kid's goal
catch
to
him.
win is to
Get back to his
escape,
family,
to get
yeah.
back to his feral family.
yeah,
his
But the
wolf
parents'
family.
goal, how do the parents win?
by
retaining said child.
retaining the child.
But that's just an indefinite thing, right? That means eventually
Yeah.
they're going to lose
There might
Unless-
be several levels, like so you go to
until
the mall.
graduation
Yeah.
when they would leave. For
Graduation?
or until they leave for university.
And-
At some point,
These are very clever
at some
feral
point where
children.
where you no longer become like the legal guardian or the guardian of the where they grow up enough that they're not
that-
your responsibility anymore.
No, I think you just catch them once, put them in a cage.
Yeah.
Put them in a cage.
Parent
No, I
wins.
think that's
Okay.
it. As the levels progress, it's harder to be feral. So it's harder to use your run on all fours like strategy because you're
Right,
becoming
okay.
more human.
Yeah.
So the levels get
human.
harder.
You are human. Feral,
Okay, fair,
feral
all right.
people are still human.
Sounds like elements of that Evolve game, the failed Left 4 Dead one.
I don't think you were a human in Evolve, were
Or
you?
you could be it was 4v1, right? So
Yeah.
but then you could mutate over time.
That's true, yeah.
to-
Maybe I'm just thinking.
So I don't know
of that
what,
kind of
like, is it like a.
or maybe
you play
like
as the whole
Assassin's
family
Creed
versus one
multiplayer?
feral child?
Assassin's Creed
Remember Assassin's Creed
multiplayer, that's another
multiplayer?
one,
Bit
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That was
Except not every player is, the same thing.
Yeah.
It's more like Spy Party, really. It's
Okay.
and hidden in plain sight.
So are the levels like different things throughout the day, like going to the mall, going to like different activities that you would do with your family?
Yeah, I guess
park,
so. Like going
restaurants.
to the zoo is probably like a really easy level.
No, because you'll just
Yeah.
rile the animals up
No, but the animals help you because they see you
as one of them.
As one of them.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think so so kids' mission, get out. Maybe there's like a series of doors, locked doors, keycard doors, secret passageways, things like that make it harder and easier for them.
Yeah.
The parent, they have to sign the adoption papers, but that takes longer, right?
What does that mean,
Now,
Tom?
I don't know. Hang on.
Where are you going with
But
this?
what I'm saying is that takes longer than it would take for the kid to escape, right?
What?
But if they catch up to
I
the
don't
kid
know
and
what you're
find
talking
him, then they like tie him to a wall or something for a period of time,
While they
which gives them
sign-
some more time to sign. They have to keep finding the kid, signing the papers, find the kid, sign the papers, find the kid, sign the papers, until eventually it will get to the point where they have fully signed the papers.
I've got to
and they
say,
legally own the kid.
Sorry,
Everyone's looking
if I have to tie
confused.
my child up so he doesn't run off,
You
so
have
I
to
can
stop
adopt
him from running.
I'll just tell him to fuck off. Like, why would you want to adopt that child? Why? What's your child? I had to tie him up so he didn't run away with the animals again.
Okay.
I'm like, I do not let this child
So what
go.
you're saying is we need the parent to be the bad guy.
I feel like
no,
It's-
no, no.
this
it's
is
true.
now
No, you're doing it.
taken-
You're doing it.
Now the parent is a scientist and they're going to do experiments on the kid.
No, you're just doing it through love. You just love. You love the child, and you want to make sure that they don't turn. They don't be feral again.
They want
Because
to
you-
unferal them.
Yeah, unferal them.
deferalization. I
Unferal
believe
mate.
it's called.
Deferalization.
Deferalization.
Maybe they're trying to create a compound, a potion of deferalization.
Why are you
I
fixated
don't
on
know.
this
I'm trying to
mad
figure out.
scientist
I'm trying to
idea
figure
now?
out what the parent's goal is. How do they
They
win?
just catch
Yeah,
them.
that's a tough one.
Let's get rid of the adoption papers. Give them like a big net or something. They just got to catch the kid.
Yes, so they can go back to the forest idea. So in the forest, you're against cannibals who are after you. What if they're just, people with nets?
All right, but then that just removes all the deception element of like being in just normal everyday society and trying to pretend to be not feral.
Yeah, I think there's
that
not
sounds
even
shit,
there's
Chris.
not even
Sorry.
a jungle
Take that
element.
back.
There's no jungle element. The kid has already been adopted or
Yeah.
kidnapped or whatever we want to go with.
Yeah.
The parents have 40 other children, and you're one of them.
For some reason, you don't know which kid is.
And
the
you
feral
don't know
one.
which one you've adopted recently, which is the feral one, and you can't keep track.
I've
Yeah.
adopted too many children.
So you've
One
got,
of them is
you've got
biting.
loads of children.
You're
and
playing.
then-
Oh, hang on. We
So-
normally get celebrities in. You're playing as Angelina Jolie, and she's got way too many kids.
What if it's an orphanage, and that's where there are lots of children? So you're not a parent. You are the.
Oh, okay.
What if
the
you're trying to
owner
get rid
or
of the
head
feral
person
child?
of an orphanage.
So you're trying to get rid of the feral child by making him appear to be not feral.
You want someone to adopt the
You
feral
want-
child.
you want someone to
so you've
take
got to
this
be like,
kid
Oh,
off
so
your
the feral
hands,
kid wants to
you know.
stay.
No, he just wants to be feral.
Then why don't you just
Yeah,
run
why
up
don't
to
you
a
just-
biter
yeah,
and
what-
then he
what does it
kicks you
matter?
out?
He's just trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, well, if
there's
you
a
get rid of
quota.
him,
You
just
need to
leave him to
fulfill.
it.
You can't just let a child go from an
But
orphan.
if both parties have the same goal,
Oh
No, because
okay,
the parents want
so-
to adopt a child, but
right.
they don't want one who's going to bite people.
Right. Okay. Hold on. So in order to keep the orphanage open, you have to pay monthly rent or something, or whatever. I don't know. Every time you successfully manage to
It's a quota.
to get rid of a child to a family,
Oh my
you get paid
God.
for it.
I'm glad you're
If
not
they
in the social
escape-
services
If they
industry.
escape, you get
Complicating
fined.
this.
all right. Look, I think,
Just give
okay.
them a net.
No, I think okay.
PC
Hang on.
flipper or something. You just got to flip. Like, do up a house. No,
All right,
orphanage.
we
Where's
need to-
Greg? We need Greg.
We
It's
need to
like,
stop.
Do
We
up
need
a
to-
child.
We need to
sell
stop
it
for a
on.
minute.
Do
Will
up a
get-
child.
Fucking hell.
Like that's the painting element. Do it up, doll it up.
Fuck
Get-
off.
Will, we need you to. We need a reset. Okay.
A reset.
So
need
now
help.
describe the game that we are currently at, and then we can all work from that point. Because I feel like
Okay,
we're now
yeah.
trying to introduce asset flipping, but they're children,
Asset flipping.
adoption papers. You're in the forest still.
I'm still in the forest.
We got to get out of the forest. All right, so we'll reset. It's a 1v1 multiplayer game.
Yeah.
One of you is the parent,
Mhm.
one of or something, or the adoption agency worker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably a parent. Let's go with parent.
Yeah.
You've got a big net.
Yeah.
The
Big
other
net.
one is the feral child who's just been taken out of the woods and they want to get back. So they
Okay.
got to get out of the level, which will be like a zoo or a mall or something,
Yeah.
or a school.
Okay.
And the other person has to catch them.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you're
Uh,
making it sound a lot simpler than I feel like.
Simple.
Why did we just? Yeah.
Easy.
I've
You've
got
done
it. It's Angelina Jolie's feral families.
Why? We can't just keep using the celebrity name,
Yeah, no, we can.
game name format.
If you use a celebrity, it's like a good endorsement. People pay attention to what celebrities do.
Really?
You put
when
the
was
name
the
on
last
something.
time when was the last time you played a video game other than like Sid Meier's, but with a celebrity's name at the front of it?
Tiger Woods PGA Tour.
Yeah. Tony Hawk's Pro
Skater.
Skater.
2006. Come on.
Like
Dave Mirra.
Matt Hoffman BMX.
Yeah, who's Dave
Sean
Mirra?
White snowboarding.
These are all sports people. They're not celebrity. They're not.
And you
they're
saying
sports
that
celebrities
trying to
Sid Meier,
capture a
definitely
child
that
isn't a
famous
sport.
And
sports guy.
Angelina Jolie's profession is not adopting children.
I don't think Angelina will be on board with this, to be honest.
No, I agree. I think she would be.
I don't think we can.
I think it would be highly litigious. I don't think we would get this off the ground.
Okay, so we can't go with the angel and
The
Unless we
angel.
change
angel
name.
approach.
We just change her
Angel
name, right?
Jolly.
All right, so parent chasing after their feral kid who is currently disguised as a regular kid
Yeah.
who is trying to get back to his wolf pack family.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the game. Maybe there's other people and stuff as well, isn't there?
Okay. What do you mean, like, as in other children in the family, or just other NPCs
There's
wandering
just people
about the
wandering
environment?
around in the mall.
Yeah.
And because at the moment I feel like it's going to be too easy for the kid. They can just run out of the mall.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're like what it was said before, where he's only got a certain amount of time where he can walk on two legs.
Yeah, but what's
So
to
it-
stop him just?
Well, there's
running
other
out of the mall?
hazards like security guards. People trying to
at this
go,
point,
"Do you
is
wanna
it-
see?
What I
I've
mean,
got
yeah.
candy in my van."
Also, yeah, you also have to carry stuff in your mouth
That's true. No,
Like,
no.
if-
Why
hands
do you have
involved.
to carry stuff in your mouth?
because
Why?
you haven't
Well,
figured
you-
out how to grasp with your hands. Because
But you can
Yeah,
walk
but
and
so
you're,
what
like,
items
does
are you
blending
blending
in?
in?
Where's the blending in
your
element?
hands have
come in?
always been
Gone.
feet in your life, so
Yeah.
you've at no
It's a
point have you
wolf-
ever tried to
it's
pick
a wolf
them up.
child.
Yeah, it's a
child,
little
okay.
wolf child.
So what items are you carrying? Why
There's
do you
the
need
name.
to carry items?
Key card.
Key card to get out. To
Uh,
escape.
To get out of the zoo?
Yeah, crowbar. Maybe
I'm sick
put,
of the
like,
mall. Get out the
bolt
mall.
So it's like the Assassin's Creed multiplayer, but with objective based.
No, it's like Spy Party. But
Okay.
it's Spy Party.
So
and
what?
You're a
So
feral child.
explain how does Spy Party work exactly?
Spy Party. So you are a character in a room of like 10 people.
Yeah.
And you've got your objectives. One of them is like change the statue, or maybe you have to contact your other double agent by saying banana bread out loud.
Okay.
Maybe you have to open the safe or something like that. But there's a sniper outside who is watching the entire party going on,
Okay.
and they have to try and like pick out the person that's got their objectives, the spy, and then kill him.
They have
at the
one
party.
chance as well.
They've got one shot.
Okay.
And you can see being the other person in the party, you can see the laser. So you can see if it stops on you and you're acting suspiciously, you can choose to you have to pretend you're an AI.
Yeah.
So you have to.
Okay.
They can all perform the same actions as you. So some like the other AI can pick up a statue, but then you can also pick up a statue.
So
but your
I think
goal is to swap it.
like in this particular scenario where you have an overview of everything that's of the level, someone walking around like a dog on their hind legs might be a bit of a giveaway.
No,
I think you might be right there, Alex.
He walks around like normal, but he's got a stamina bar, so he can't do it forever.
So you just have to regain your stamina by hiding.
in a bush or something.
I was
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
say
okay.
because the reverse of that, seeing a child on all fours amongst the people who are all walking around on two legs is
No,
more obvious.
But no, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of
There's
people,
maybe
and
some
also
drunk
every
people
level.
You get
wandering around
trampled.
the mall who might look
Yeah,
a bit
drunk
like
kids,
Yeah,
they
like
are
someone
drunk children.
There's a drunk guy
Yeah.
who suddenly falls over. The parent then rushes over there, like there he is. I've got him. No
Yeah.
drunk guy. There's
Yeah.
also a lot of pillars. There's a lot of people.
I can't tell you, Tom, the amount of times when I was younger that I fell over and my mum mistook me for a drunk man. She's like, leave him.
No,
No,
I
oh,
just-
no, that's my son.
No, but I mean, if you know what you're looking for, and you're looking for a kid who
looking
is
for my
standing
son.
upright to then feral.
You're looking for a ruckus as the parent.
Yeah, and
But,
Because,
but does that mean you've lost your child at the beginning of every
Yeah, you start off
environment?
losing it. You don't
Okay.
start off together.
Right. So
Or-
then wouldn't the objective be to just
you've got
find
like
them?
you've got like 40 or 50 kids that you're looking after.
Okay.
What?
So we're back to the orphanage.
No.
Dog walker? What is this?
I mean, technically, it's a feral kid, right?
So we're back to a physics game, and you have
No.
like with that photograph
No,
of Daniel
we're not.
Radcliffe
That's what I
with
was
the dogs
imagining
tied
just
to
then.
his
Yeah.
waist.
No,
Yeah,
there's
that,
no
but with
physics.
children.
With
There's no
kids.
physics.
There's no physics.
No
There's just a
physics.
kid who is feral.
Daniel Radcliffe, Kid Walker.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Stop injecting celebrities into.
There's a kid who's feral who's trying to look human enough so that he can escape for his wolfpack family. What are you not understanding?
It's simple, Alex. For fuck's sake. But I think
Okay.
there needs to be some obstacles to overcome. You can't just run out of the zoo.
Yeah, you
There's gotta
can't
be,
just
like,
break away.
Are we in a zoo or are we in a mall?
All right, look,
because this
okay,
is swapped
different
every
levels.
Different levels,
yeah,
Chris.
different
I know,
levels.
but
Different levels.
let's all settle on
All right,
one
let's-
that we're
we're
going
in
to
a zoo.
describe. We're in a zoo.
We're in a
No, no,
zoo.
the zoo's way too. I think that has to be the mall.
We're in the
zoo's,
mall.
The zoo's too easy.
I
this is why I
think
asked.
there should just
We're in a
to
mall.
change tack. I think there should be different types of feral child. So some raised by wolves, some raised by
yeah.
Got
monkeys,
different abilities.
some
I
raised by
Oh my
penguins.
God.
And
The
you've
monkey
got
one's a
all
good-
So
different
if
kind
you're
of
raised,
abilities.
if you're raised by a monkey
Climbers.
and you're in the mall, then you can climb up to
can
the second
climb,
level
yeah.
without
If you're
having
raised
to
by
access the
penguins,
stairs.
just waddle.
You just what?
No, but you jump, you can slide.
Yeah,
on your
yeah, there you
stomach.
go. That's it.
I feel like raised by
Fuck's
penguins is the hard mode.
Yeah.
Sorry, Will.
That's fine. So there's got to be like security guards and
There's,
stuff. You
there's
got to
security
Yeah.
guards. There's locked doors.
You can murder them.
What?
As the
Okay.
feral child.
Back to the
But that's going to cause a big ruckus.
I'd say.
Yeah.
That's going to alert the parents.
Police.
People are going to be screaming. They're going to be like, "Oh shit, that's got to be my feral kid over there." So they,
So this is now feral hitman.
well, you don't have to kill them.
Okay.
You
No,
can.
it's
You
easier,
can
though.
also just get a crowbar in your mouth and threaten them. And,
How?
Is
What
that
do you mean
threatening?
how?
Why is there a child on all fours with a crowbar in his mouth? How are you threatening them?
That
Well,
would be
you
pretty
can
threatening.
pick
I
up
mean, if
stuff.
you're foaming from the mouth and sprinting towards them on
Do you have a phone
fours.
meter?
With a crowbar,
A
yeah.
thermometer.
You got a mouth button so you can pick up stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
You got like maybe like a screen button or something, but that's going to alert
Mm.
the parent.
Can you bite the security guards and then cause them to also become feral?
No.
Okay.
No, they
it's
get
not-
rabies
No,
it's
and
not
they're
rabies.
knocked out.
I think you're confusing being feral.
Well, you're talking about foaming at the mouth. That's-
That is
that
rabies.
is rabies.
Or
right?
maybe you can hide in a bush near the security guard and wait for him to go on his break or something.
Yeah.
Do the stealth technique. So there's multiple ways you can escape
Yeah.
as the feral
Okay.
child.
It's feral gear solid. So you wait for
Feral
the
gear
little
solid. Yeah.
the security guards pass. You learn their routine.
And then so I think
Yeah,
I think
that's quite a good
that's nailed down. That's
Okay.
the feral
Angelina,
kid. Feral
Angelina
kid solid.
Jolie's
The
feral gear
yeah,
solid.
We know what the
That's
feral.
solid.
We know what feral snake.
A
has to
Hideo
do.
Kojima game.
Yeah.
I think we need to work on the parent. That seems a bit boring at the moment. You got a big
Yeah.
net. You're wandering around. You're waiting for a ruckus. I
Well,
think you
what
need
was
to be able
exciting
to,
about
you
the
need-
Assassin's Creed stuff, like the
So,
multiplayer on that?
The
when you were
exciting
the
part of
hunter.
Assassin's Creed is,
Well, you were
is,
doing
is
both
that
at the same time.
You didn't
Yeah.
know who was who.
You had your objective of killing your target, but also blending into the AI. So I don't think Assassin's Creed works unless maybe you're in a pack of 40 kids and only 6 of them are feral.
Okay, I've got it. I've
I
got
think
it.
Will is
What
dead
if-
set against that idea.
What if the kid? What if the kid
there's
doesn't know
one kid now.
really know what his parent looks like, but he knows the scent, right?
Right.
Well, he's been raised by animals. They use scent for everything.
No, I think
Right?
no. Look, all right.
And he's not human, obviously.
we
so
need
you
to
can't.
hard. All right.
Well, we
We're
said this
complicating
earlier.
it again.
The feral kid, we know his mission.
It's nailed down.
He's nailed down.
Okay.
We're not
That's
touching
solid.
that anymore.
I think the parent it's got to be they got to be able to do something else other than just wander around with a net.
So is it
Tranquilizer
multiplayer?
dart.
Is
Tranquilizer dart, maybe.
yeah,
is the parent AI or is it another player?
it's a player, right?
Mm.
It's
1v1?
another player. Maybe there'll be an
Another
AI
player.
mode if you want to play on your own. Sure.
Okay.
So
Why not?
do you have to find the net and the trank, or do you, as a parent, go to the mall with your child with a net and
You've
a trank
taken-
gun
they know-
just in
Yeah,
case?
no,
you're
yeah,
taking a
so
feral
you-
kid to
you
the
have
mall.
to
The
take
kid is
precautions.
feral, yeah.
Always be
Yeah.
prepared, Chris.
Right,
Always
okay,
be
They got,
prepared.
they got their feral kid.
I'm learning a lot
handbag.
about being a parent. I'm writing all this down.
Yeah. So I think they've already come equipped with a stun gun.
I think you got to be able to like talk to people or
Taser.
something.
Ah.
Say, have you heard of ruckus?
Yeah, maybe they've got an
Okay.
option to
You
talk to
gotta-
a kid, and they're saying like, "Are you mine?" And then if they reply, "Yeah, no, I'm not yours,"
Stranger
then you
danger.
know, then
They
you
just
yeah,
run
yeah.
away.
So could that be another mechanic? Is that perhaps if you're not near an adult for a certain amount of time, there could also be a meter or some kind of timer where like that will arouse suspicion from security guards.
other
If you're on your own,
adults.
and maybe you
Yeah.
have to
That sounds
like
good.
stand near adults to look as though you belong to them.
Yeah, you can't harass too many kids because otherwise security will kick you out.
Yeah.
But you could like see someone with a bag, and as they sit down, you take their bag and leave it in the middle of the mall. Bomb threat.
Chris, what the fuck? What the fuck, Chris?
I'm trying to think of distractions.
So you get the mall
Jesus.
evacuated?
No, well you can clear that area, right, and then you
Let's-
can maneuver through.
Yeah, okay. I think
No.
that's now the second thing of yours that I'm going to have to say. Let's just
You
hard
just,
no
flag,
on
you
that
just
one.
flagged the podcast. up
3
for
and you get
something.
removed from the podcast.
I don't think you're in this one, Chris. I think you've been
got time.
entirely cut out.
We've got time.
Okay, so no bomb threats. So
I think
yeah,
we got it in the bag.
But, okay, but no, I like the
Game
idea
done.
of that. Like, what would be the equivalent of a bomb threat that we could
You
get
could
away
pull the
with
fire alarm.
that isn't like that?
You could-
Okay, fire alarm.
It needs
yeah,
to be
yeah, that's
area
a good-
specific, right? It needs to be like that would clear an area. A fire alarm.
You
goes
could
off
light
everywhere.
a small fire and
Is
set
this-
the sprinklers
You're
off
still
in
talking
that
about the feral
area.
child. We've got that nailed
Oh
down.
yeah, we
Yeah,
need
it's
the parent.
true.
talking about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, parents.
Oh, right.
Oh, I
Okay,
see.
what I like
I
about
thought
the
you were talking
parent.
about the parent doing
No, why
that.
would a parent do that?
Oh, that's what I was confused about. I didn't know why a parent would set
I mean,
up a bomb threat.
now that you know it's the child, good idea, right?
Right. Good idea, yeah.
Yeah, see?
All right,
Now it's staying in.
All right, now you're back to one warning.
So you know dog walks have got those things where you can like have a handle on and a string and you can
Yeah.
kind of let the dog
A
go a,
lead?
bit. A lead, like a lead, yeah, exactly.
lead,
Commonly, it's
Exactly
called-
a lead.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for
But one of
was
those
lead.
retractable ones.
Okay,
right?
yeah,
As
yeah,
a punishment, if you get caught by the parent, they like bundle you up into the thing, and you've got to then try and escape the lead. So you can let the child go, and you can be like, eh. You just keep pulling them away
But
from
then how is
their-
the feral child ever going to
Well,
escape?
they'd have
You-
to
but you
bite.
say that.
They'd have to try and find like I don't know.
I had a
something-
little one of those little harnesses as a kid. Because
bit
my mum
through
used to
because
always
you were feral,
no, because I always used to run off.
right?
Oh my god, this is really hitting close to home.
Right.
And my mum always used to be like, at certain points it would just get lighter because I would just escape and run off.
Yeah.
And she'd just be dragging an empty harness behind her
you
as
go.
a small
And
fat
that's-
ginger boy runs off into the distance and then causes a bomb threat.
Why were you on a lead?
Wait, it wasn't around my neck.
What was your?
It was always like, God, you can still buy them today. It's not like just one of the things they had back then.
I think you might have been feral.
I love that all of these episodes managed to get dragged into someone's dark past.
What was
Wait,
your
no.
bedroom like? Was it a small cage under the stairs?
no, there was some feces and
I had a small cushion that I could sleep on.
I used to steal people's bags in shopping malls and leave them in the middle.
So,
Did you have
going,
an urge to murder?
yeah,
Always.
always carrying a crowbar in his mouth just in case.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay, so
going
we still
back
need to
to
lock
the-
down the parent.
Well, going back to the leash thing, the lead thing.
Okay.
What if it's a fishing game?
No.
Right. Okay.
So you're fishing for feral children.
You're like on the upper balcony of a mall, right?
Yeah.
You can see your kid crawling around
Yeah.
in a pool of other kids.
A pool of other children.
Yeah, and you have to try and throw your lead.
This is turned nightmarish.
It's like,
Tom.
oh,
I
I've
don't know
caught
what
the
you-
wrong child. Throw it back.
Off the floor above.
Oh, 12 pounds. Throw it back.
Oh God! Like you pull it back and measure it and everything, and like no, that's not mine.
you pose with it for a picture.
Oh my God!
What's the bait? Like gummy worms, I
Yeah.
think is the.
Oh, can
No,
that be it?
God, no.
No, is that my
No,
first?
I
And it's
think-
for
I
the
think,
and it's
yeah.
for the Wii.
I think we should
Okay.
brush past that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. We've got to think of a parent mechanic just to.
That's
round
my
this
question.
off.
How do you win as a parent? Is it just that there's a time limit?
I think there's a time,
And
yeah,
you have to-
time element. You gotta get out.
Tom's making himself
What
laugh.
are you googling now?
No, I can't stop thinking about
Child
the fishing
fishing game.
I was going to Google who is like a famous fisherman, then we can have that as a title of the game.
No more celebrity endorsements. I get told off for those.
Oh, okay. Well, right, we're moving past fishing.
No, I don't think there's a time thing. You just got to catch your kid with the net. That's it.
I mean, what if
You
it's
win.
But what if you do? Eventually, it's gonna be like, okay, do you know if you play Dead by Daylight, where you have the killer and then the people who are trying to escape the killer,
Mm.
and there's a time limit, right?
No, there's not
Is
a
there
time
not?
limit. No.
You just have to escape, or eventually they'll
So
catch
it's
you.
basically the killer catches you, puts you on a hook,
Oh, that's it.
and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
bleed
so
out.
there's
And
okay.
whereas the
So
survivors
can we
just
have
have
that?
to.
Can we do that to the children?
No, no.
but what's the difference? The difference in this game is that you
I think getting caught is you lose and the
But if you're
parent
playing
wins.
against someone who just happens to be very good at avoiding you, then
Okay,
the
good.
game could go on infinitely, or until you just get bored and give
until,
up.
until
Right?
you escape, same as Dead
They
by
escape.
Daylight.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've got to get
Yeah.
out of the mall.
Okay.
Or the zoo.
So somehow we've actually gone away from Spy Party and we've actually made Dead by Daylight.
Okay.
I think
With-
we've actually just made Dead by Daylight.
with feral children and
Except,
parents.
yeah, the kid is the monster.
The kid is the monster.
No, the parent's the monster. They're catching the kid.
Mechanically, the parent.
I mean,
is the
in
monster.
terms of Dead by
the
Daylight,
kid-
yeah, mechanically,
Oh, right.
the parent is the monster. But in our version, the kid is a feral kid.
You
No.
can't call feral children monsters.
They're not monsters, Tom. They're just
You
trying
said
to
they
get by.
weren't human earlier.
No, I didn't. I said
That was James.
that they were. He said they become more human. I was like, they already are
You
human.
suggested that we should fish them out of a pool of kids.
This is going to be a
I think
nightmare
all
to
children
edit.
are monsters. So I'm happy
Actually, yeah,
to
I agree
blank
with
it
that.
out.
I do agree with that.
You bastard.
So okay, the way is the feral child wins by escaping.
Yeah.
The parent wins by capturing them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's it.
That's it.
Okay,
Dead by Moonlight.
Dead by.
No.
Howl by Moonlight.
I feel like
A
that's
feral
just,
kid adventure.
I think it's just called My Feral Kid. That's the title of the game.
My
My
feral
And
Feral
there's
Kid.
like a picture frame on the front cover of
Yeah.
the box
Yeah, I
art.
like
You know,
that.
it's like
Oh, it's a picture of like the parent smiling.
Yeah, yeah,
And,
and
the
then
kid
a-
is like launching towards the camera.
exactly, yeah. Like most cat pictures, but replace that with a child.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Child.
My Feral
My-
Kid.
My
so,
Feral Kid.
So, Will, can you give a quick
My
recap of what
Feral
My
Kid.
Feral Kid is?
And me.
My,
Do you like the
2016
name
simulator.
Feral?
My
Is
feral
that-
kid and me.
My Feral Kid and me, and also My Feral Kid. And also me. By the way, did I mention My Feral Child?
Yeah, that's the title.
Okay.
Yep.
You want to recap?
Please.
Please.
Okay. It's a 1v1 multiplayer game.
Yeah.
One of you is a feral child. One
Uh-huh.
of you is a parent. You're in a level.
Yep.
Multiple levels. Mall, zoo, school. What else?
Park.
Park.
Park. That's a good one.
Theme park, like
Theme
Alton
park.
Towers or something.
Restaurant.
Love it.
Restaurant.
Might be a bit small. Big
Uh,
restaurant.
Big restaurant.
Big restaurant.
Restaurant.
Medieval
Super-
times.
Supermarket.
Hotel lobby.
Supermarket. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Just centre of
options
town.
are endless.
Yeah.
IKEA.
IKEA, yeah.
It's a lot of cupboards.
Yeah.
But they all have security guards and stuff. There's no way to just run out as the feral kid. That's
Okay.
that's the
You
thing.
can't just go out the front door, no.
No. So it's got. So,
Well, even in a restaurant.
well,
No,
I
just
don't think
can't
we're
walk
going to
out.
have
You
a
go through the
restaurant. Alex,
kitchen.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, but there's no fucking restaurant. level.
But I feel like all of these places are public areas, right? Which you would normally be able to just walk straight out of.
Well, there's security guards at malls that
Yeah.
would stop a feral child if they saw one. Maybe.
Well, hopefully any child from just leaving on its own.
Well, only if they go feral.
What?
If they're just a child that's not behaving feral, like
What if
You
you
just
cause
wonder-
other children to become feral? Just convincing them.
What is it?
Again,
So
it's not
back to-
rabies.
again,
I've confused it
mechanic-
with.
Again,
Alex, you
rabies.
confused me with
Sake
rabies.
Christ.
Sorry.
No, we've got the idea is now locked down.
It's solid. Chris.
Hey,
It's solid.
hey, have you considered being feral?
Yes. We can't come up with any more ideas. The idea is now locked down. My
Right.
Feral Child and me.
Where did
and
I
My
get
Feral
to?
Child.
Levels.
We can't just
You
escape.
choose a level, so then you popped in the level. The parent has to catch the kid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The kid has to escape, but they have to do objectives to get out,
yeah.
like kill a security guard or sneak
my God.
past a security
He's really
guard.
stuck
maybe
with
Killing
Yeah.
is pretty
Yeah.
dark.
And
I
the kid
think.
has to
Knockout,
disguise
perhaps?
himself as another kid.
They murder things.
They
Do you
do.
know?
Feral
Okay,
kids.
do
Feral
feral kids do that?
Yeah.
They have an urge to murder.
You
Yeah,
call them feral
okay.
kids. I call them feral killers.
Okay.
Yeah.
My only
Feral
similarity is My Feral Killer.
My feral killer.
I feel like that's not
Too
quite
close to
catchy. I
My
feel like
Fair
my feral
Lady.
kid is.
My feral
My
kid's
feral
pretty-
lady.
My
feral lady.
Maybe there's
Oh.
some locked doors. Maybe there's a brigade of school kids that you got to get past somehow. You
That's
could
the
murder
freaky-
them.
That is what you
level
call a group of
Brigade.
a brigade.
Yeah. Or a
Yeah.
pool.
You could murder them all, but that would cause a big ruckus and that would alert
Huge
the
ruckus.
parent.
Yeah.
So for each level, there could be perhaps some kind of like level specific thing that's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
That could be, yeah.
Like
That could be.
in the zoo, you can call on the animals to help. Or could you
Yeah.
call on the animals to help on every level? And depending on where you are.
No, I think when you're in the shop and the
Yeah.
elephant comes barging in.
It's context context
No, but
sensitive.
like birds hitting against the window, perhaps, in a restaurant.
Jesus, right? Can you kill yourself so I can escape?
Why
Thanks.
though? Why-
Just no, to try
I
and
feel
distract.
like if you're the parent looking for your kid and you just hear like that's not going to stop you from looking for your kid.
Yeah,
What
you're
happened?
gonna
16
look
crows just slammed into the side of this
or that will
IKEA.
distract the security so that then you can sneak
Yeah.
past.
Oh,
Yeah.
but also making that noise, the parent will then know, oh, they must be near the window.
Yes.
Because it's
Yeah.
just asked a load of birds to kamikaze.
Well, no,
against-
not necessarily, because you could just target an area and be like, birds attack.
I think it's a fancy restaurant. There's like a lobster tank. You can get them to come out and start
Yeah.
biting the.
Quacking, yeah.
Just snipping
waiters.
everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So then
Sorry,
the
Will.
parent
Yeah,
has
this
to
is-
catch the kid. They need some sort of we haven't really figured this out, but they
Yeah.
need some sort of abilities to do that. They got a net, obviously. Maybe
Yeah.
they've got
Yeah.
a tranquilizer gun.
But they also can't net or
Heat vision.
tranquilize too many kids, otherwise
No.
they'll get thrown out.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you can tranquilize
Drank in the wrong kid.
like any other kid at all.
No, exactly. You got one shot on your trank.
I think you can do like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I like that. Well, you have one shot. You have
No, I
one
don't know.
shot
I
on your
think if I
tranquilizer.
was in a shop, I think I could easily tranquilize
But
3 or 4 kids before I get
Well,
spotted.
The one
Security get me.
shot, the one shot thing's
I
a
could
good
get a lot
spy
of them.
party thing.
Just watch me.
Jesus Christ. I think you should reload, but you got a really long reload. That's what it should be. I think.
I think it's a game
Oh,
that
but-
needs some research.
But if you knock out too many other people's kids, oh, you want to? I see.
I think what I'm saying is we need to go to a park,
Okay, you said park.
trank too many kids, and just see how many we can get away
I
with.
think okay, no, but okay, the net, infinite use, right?
Is that
but
one
it's
strike
melee
for you?
distance.
That's the second strike for me. I think. Okay.
The tranquilizer is immediate if you hit them with it. Like maybe the kids can break out of the net or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you have an infinite use, but you have to get up close to them. The tranquilizer gun is long range and it's an immediate. If you hit them with it, that's it. Bam, you've got them. You win.
Mhm.
But one shot. You
Yeah,
have to
okay,
be
that's
sure.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
Okay.
And maybe they can ask people. They've got a "Have you heard of Ruckus" button,
Yeah.
and then the nearby NPCs
Like
point-
with with
they-
Red Dead when you just go up and click the interact button and it will
Yeah.
have a
So you greet
contextual.
them.
And you
Yeah.
click the ruckus button.
Yeah.
So when you say "Hey" to a kid and they respond,
You
then you know they're the feral one.
Yeah.
It just comes up with like the thing from LA Noire. It's just doubt.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
then you
other
can have,
player
like-
can't see that, so you can go up to another parent and be like, "Psst, "Have you seen my kid?" And the,
Right,
the, other,
okay,
the,
yeah,
oth-
yeah,
the
they don't-
feral kid has no idea. And
What
they-
does
ask
he
other-
look
can
like?
you ask
He's
children?
furry.
Have you seen another child around here that's been acting strangely?
but then the child might go and just run away.
Yeah.
because they're scared.
Yeah, they're
Stranger
shy.
danger.
They're shy,
Yeah,
but you might mistake that for feral. Tranquilize them.
You see some
Game
drunk people
over.
falling over. That's also a feral child.
Yeah.
Or is it your son? We just don't
It could be a
know.
feral. It could be a drunk
No
man.
way of knowing
Could be your son.
until you tranquilize.
My
them.
feral child. So there you
Okay,
go.
and that's
Um,
the game.
Does
Yeah.
that describe it well, Will? You
Yeah.
happy with that?
Yeah.
So I mean,
Right.
Will, you are a game developer, obviously. So you need to determine whether you would make this game.
He's gonna say
I think
no.
we need to flip it around and say, if you were a game developer, would you make this game?
If
I
I,
mean,
was
we
a
could-
game
we're just gonna say
developer, I'd
yes.
have made every game that we've mentioned so far. But I haven't. I
What,
don't know
even
any.
fucking piece of shit one.
Again, we try to
More
keep this vague.
specific,
It could
Will,
be
more
any of them.
Yeah, yeah. I'd make all of them because I've got no idea the pitfalls or the troubles that comes into making a
If
game.
you were looking to invest in a game,
Would
how
I
much-
play it?
how
Yes,
much
I would play it.
How much would you invest in this game? I'm offering you 2%.
2%, none. Then
What?
none. I'd offer none. I'd play it. I'd play it. I think I would absolutely play it. Would you play it?
I would play it. Yeah, I think it's exciting and fresh.
Good.
Exciting and fresh. Alex Turner. 2020.
No, I think it looks pretty good. I think
It looks
I like
pretty-
the.
It looks
No,
great.
in my
Alex.
head,
That's
in my head,
great.
okay, it's Octodads, like that kind of visual, you know, the kind of slightly comic, not comic-y, but very colourful, vibrant
Yeah.
look about it, which works well against maybe some of the extreme violence that your feral child will do.
Yeah,
Will act.
extremely violent. It's
Yeah.
extremely
Extreme
violent.
18
violence.
rated game.
Yeah.
It's like Manhunt when that came out.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Boy
Yeah.
Hunt.
Oh God.
Chris,
See, I was confused as to what it looked like because I was all over the shop.
Right. Okay.
So until you said Octodad style,
It
now
looks
I'm
like
imagining it, and yeah,
It's a bit like that, yeah.
I wouldn't make it, but I'd play it.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't make it.
This is how I feel most
What the fuck
weeks.
do you mean you
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
make
make it, and I made Brunch Club.
it? I don't think
Yeah.
you could make it, Chris.
And
That's why you wouldn't make it.
but would you play it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't make it, would play it. And finally,
Yeah, I would play it. Yeah, for sure.
And?
Yeah.
Yep.
Go on.
Yep.
so I think
I
there
think
you go.
that's a zero hit rate.
It's
Would
a,
we?
Well,
no,
you
it's a would play all round.
I would make it.
True,
and play
yeah,
it.
we would. Oh, so would you would make it?
Oh
for-
no, come
for
on.
us to play?
If every week someone asked me, would I make it? I'd say yes, because it's my
Yeah.
idea. Right?
And you'd be wrong most weeks.
but like, no, I think all round you've got would play it, wouldn't make it,
It sounds like a great game.
which is what we've reached every week. And I'm starting to think that maybe we're just lazy.
Not last week. No one liked that idea, did they?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was so disappointed. anyway, all right.
Well-
the old man in the tiny cave with his gnarled staff and long beard shoos you away again because you wouldn't listen to his ideas, and then you look upon a well and you look down and you're like, I remember that well. Oh my god, that's Tom's pitch hole.
And then suddenly a
And fades
filthy odor just fills your nose.
Yeah,
It's in the distance.
and you can hear slapping and dripping from inside
And scene.
and scene.
Fade to black.
Thank you very much, Tom, for that wonderful imagery.
I think more thanks to Will. He came up with the idea. I did
Thanks,
nothing
Will.
this episode.
He's got to go
um,
anti-clockwise.
Oh, yeah.
He thanked us all
Thanks.
separately.
Yeah,
Will for
You're welcome,
my
Alex.
feral kid.
my
You're very
feral.
welcome.
Yeah, my feral kid.
That's
Would you
invest
a
in it,
great
Alex,
game.
before we
I
go?
would. I mean, I don't know how much money I'm. You just said a
Let's say
percentage. I don't know.
you've got 10 grand on the table. Would you
Sure.
give it to me
Sure.
for a percentage?
Is this just imaginary? If I was a millionaire,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
If 10 grand was like a penny to you, yeah. If 10,
10 grand was a penny for. I would.
if
pay
I
for the
wipe
whole
my
thing.
ass with
Yeah,
10
I
grand,
would,
yeah,
I
I'd
would
give you
pay
that.
for the thing.
No
Just-
problem.
I didn't say I wouldn't pay
No
for
problem.
it. I wouldn't make it.
Great. All right. Investments all round. James?
Why? This is
If I had £10,000 to give to you to make this game, would I?
Yes.
Yeah. If I had
this
that
is such
much,
a non-stat
like,
though.
This is great.
It's
I'm
like-
getting 40
if I
grand
had
right
like, if I was secure everywhere else, I've just got 10 grand here.
If I had a
I don't know
million
what to do with
pounds,
it. Ah,
yeah.
Will, do you want 10 grand? Go make me a game.
If
If
I
you
had
just
a
found
million
it
pounds
on
and it
the,
meant nothing to me, and also the game was incredible, then yeah, sure, of course I would. Like it's such a non-stat.
I would give
Okay.
you 10 grand if it was 2v2. So you had 2 parents and 2 kids. Or 2v3.
Very
Oh,
or
nuclear
2,
family.
2v18.
I hope one week
Two
we
18
actually figure
feral
out how outros work.
Outros work.
Sorry,
Yes.
I'm
No,
really
no,
right,
we've,
yeah.
we've gone to James. We're finishing on you. We've gone around the whole table. mate.
Alex, I don't think you should thank Chris. Did you hear the shit he was coming out with? The ideas for that game.
Thank you, everyone.
If
Oh,
you
by the
had-
way, I've got an idea.
We'll see
Anyone
you
want
next
some
time.
lasagna?
Goodbye. Okay. Goodbye,
if
everyone.
you had 100
Goodbye.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Will, you didn't say goodbye.
Oh, sorry.
Goodbye.
Good. Do I have to? I didn't last week either.
Fucking hell.